Well, across the borders, Ugandans go to the poll tomorrow in a tough contest with President Museveni is seeking yet another term after his 30-year reign. Our team is in Uganda for a comprehensive coverage of the poll and now joins us with the latest details on the preparations. A very good evening, Hussein Mohammed. It's all systems go, we understand, for tomorrow. What do you have for us from Uganda?
Right, Mike Jagger, good evening. We are live at Kasi Lodge in Kampala, and yes, tomorrow as early as 7 a.m. Ugandans go to the polls, the big day, the 2016 general elections. Ugandans are prepared, and so is the Electoral Commission, as Sylvia Chebet now tells us.
Just hours to the February 18th polls in Uganda, political tension was palpable in the streets of the capital, Kampala. The Baganda bus park at the central business district, travelers fight for the few buses heading out to the countryside to vote.
I'm going to my Cindy because it's my hometown and I'm going for elections.
The Electoral Commission said voting materials had been dispatched to all the far-flung districts and that voting will begin at 7 a.m. countrywide and close at 4 p.m.
So don't run like a rabbit to catch you. Catch you with time. Time will have. You'll have been left out. Come panting, oh, I've been dying to... Hey, where were you since morning?
The media too was warned against entering any polling station with cameras.
You are not a voter. I said, you can stay on the perimeter of the polling station.
Nambole Stadium in the outskirts of Kampala will be the national tally center. The opposition, however, has set up parallel tally centers, skeptical about the Electoral Commission's credibility.
I pray and hope you desist from making any announcements.
Sisi ndio tutachagua na kura yenye tutachagua ndio kura itapitisha moto.
So will it be changed as Dr. Kizza Besigye has been chanting, or change with continuity as Amama Mbabazi's campaign slogan reads, or continuity as President Museveni promises? That will be the choice. Sylvia Chebet, Citizen TV at the Baganda bus park, Kampala Central.
And there is a heavy, Mike, there's heavy deployment of security forces, and that is specifically the police in most parts of Uganda, especially urban centers like Kampala. Opposition leaders have been crying foul about this, saying it should intimidate voters. The government says, the police says they are doing this for one specific reason, and that is to guard all Ugandans. Let's take a look. Being a point of contention. Just how heavy should the security deployment be in Uganda during the electioneering period, especially in urban areas?
I just want to assure you that we are deploying to look for those who are trying to bully, the bullies who are trying to scare people not to go to vote.
The presence of Uganda police in Kampala, for instance, has been quite conspicuous. So have been the anti-riot police trucks. And while the government says it is for everyone's good, the opposition has interpreted it as a case of intimidation.
The action or the inaction of the officers and men in uniform can lead to disastrous consequences.
All this intimidation you see is intended to keep as many people away from the vote as possible.
And there are even more concerns over a unit known as Uganda's Crime Preventers, made up of volunteers and managed by the police with the aim of reporting and preventing crime.
It is neighborhood watch. It is not a special arrangement for election. And during the elections, we shall just use neighborhood watch to support neighborhood security.
While some Ugandans embrace the presence of security agents, some have been perturbed and even taunt the officers from time to time.
Me, I think they are providing security.
Why are they tightening it and scaring people?
And I'm comfortable with the security.
As a sign of letting the voters.
With the countdown over, it is now time to cast a ballot. Many Ugandans are hoping that thousands of security personnel will only facilitate and not interfere with their right to vote and elect their leaders of choice. Right, the Electoral Commission says they will announce the results within 48 hours after polls close tomorrow evening. 15.2 million Ugandans are the registered voters that will participate in this election. We'll be here to cover it all for you, God willing. Mike and Terry, and back to you.
Well, thank you very much, Hussein. And as Hussein said, as Uganda wakes up to go to the polls tomorrow, Citizen TV will be bringing you a detailed coverage of the polls in Uganda.